From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Our quad cams show us that more people are heading out on the roads, and the roads are not clear. Even in downtown areas, you're going to have snow and ice, and that's going to be no matter where you go as well in mid-Michigan. This is because of our cold temperatures and the wind. Temperatures are in the teens, feels like it's near zero, and the wind keeps blowing more snow onto the roads. We'll take a look at road conditions and how they'll be changing pretty quickly this weekend. That's coming up as 6 News This Morning continues.
WLNS is here for you with 6 News This Morning.
Well, as you just heard, winter weather continues to impact mid-Michigan, and this morning safety officials are warning everyone to be prepared. Good morning and happy Thursday. Today is December 5th. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Megan Vaselli. Jorma has the day off. 6 News is here for you now with this morning's top stories. The National Weather Service has issued winter weather advisories throughout the western portions of mid-Michigan as a system continues to travel across the region, bringing with it strong winds and heavy snow. Checking out our quad cam, here's a live look at those wintry conditions out there right now. Scattered snow will fall throughout the day with high winds expected to continue blowing it over the roads. That is creating slippery and even dangerous driving conditions. Michigan State Police reminding drivers this morning to leave early. You're going to have to take it slow today, even on main roads and highways. As a reminder, leave plenty of room between yourself and the car in front of you, especially if it's a plow truck. Governor Gretchen Whitmer signed a law earlier this year requiring drivers to stay at least 200 feet behind a plow truck that's actively trying to clear the road. If you don't, you can face a $100 ticket. However, this law does not apply to drivers trying to pass plow trucks. Meanwhile, school districts throughout the region are closing today and many starting later. You can find a full list of those closures and the latest weather updates on our website, WLNS.com. Starting this morning, despite the snow and ice, drivers should expect some delays in Lansing. The ramp from eastbound I-496 to southbound US 127 will be closed, so crews can work on pavement markings and remove barrier walls. This in preparation to reopen that part of 127 South. The ramp closure is expected to last until tomorrow evening. A set of bills now on Governor Whitmer's desk awaiting her signature. Give money collected from school bus-related traffic fines back to Michigan schools. The State House approved this legislation earlier this week. It would allow school buses to mount cameras on their stop arms to catch anyone who either fails to stop or unlawfully passes the bus. The video would be sent to law enforcement as evidence, and police would decide whether to issue a citation. If the driver does get a ticket, that fine would go to the county treasurer, who would then distribute the money to school districts on a monthly basis. Debbie Stabenow's time as a Michigan U.S. Senator soon will come to an end after decades of serving in Congress. She's set to retire at the start of the year and just gave her final speech on Capitol Hill, thanking everyone who's helped her through this long-standing career.
With so much gratitude and respect. And I'm thinking about the incredible number of people who have supported me and contributed in so many ways to my success. From my family, my staff, my colleagues, and of course, the people of Michigan who put their trust in me.
Current U.S. Representative Elissa Slotkin praised Senator Stabenow's friendship and service. The Congresswoman will take her Senate seat at the start of the new term. A manhunt now underway in New York as police search for a gunman accused of shooting to death the CEO of United Healthcare. It happened right outside a hotel in Manhattan. We want to warn you, some of the video is disturbing. Naomi Ruckham is here for you now with the latest.
The NYPD is examining a trail of evidence as officials hunt for the masked gunman who killed United Healthcare CEO in a shooting described as a brazen, targeted attack.
The motive for this murder currently is unknown, but based on the evidence we have so far, it does appear that the victim was specifically targeted but at this point we do not know why.
Brian Thompson was killed Wednesday morning as he walked alone to the New York Hilton Midtown Hotel, where the health insurer was holding its annual investor conference. New York City's police commissioner said the shooter seemed to be lying in wait for several minutes before opening fire.
The suspect approached from behind, striking the victim at least once in the back and at least once in the right calf. Many people passed the suspect, but he appeared to wait for his intended target.
The gunman can be seen trying to unjam his gun before shooting again, then calmly walking away. Police say he eventually ran on foot down an alleyway, fleeing on a bicycle.
We will not rest until we identify and apprehend the shooter in this case.
Investigators also believe the suspect left evidence behind at a Starbucks just moments before the killing, which could provide critical information about the shooter's identity. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
Here in Michigan, investigators in Monroe County are looking for someone who they believe damaged a fence at a small zoo. This allowed more than a dozen exotic deer to escape. It happened at Indian Creek Zoo in Bedford Township. The owner of the zoo believes the fence was cut intentionally, which allowed the deer to get loose. Monroe County deputies have confirmed that the fence was compromised, and they'll continue investigating. Zoo officials say the deer are tamed and will stand out, with many of them having different pigment and all-around color.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Our Hillsdale camera this morning gives us a really good idea of what the roads are like when you head outside. The most traveled areas do have some ruts that have been established, but you give it a little bit without any traffic and the snow blows right on top of it. Plus, it's being compacted, which is turning it icy given that our temperatures are in the teens. Lots of problems on the roadways are being present in the area. Going to have car crashes, unfortunately. Already have had car crashes reported. To avoid that, though, there are things you can do. Of course, slowing down, putting distance between yourself and any other cars, and making sure that you don't slide in those iciest spots near hills, towards the bottom of them, anywhere where it's compacted. You're going to have a lot of problems with it. Now, for the morning drive, it's going to be the worst because you have blowing snow combined with icy conditions. As you go later in the day, the trucks are out there, they're getting the dirt and the salt on them, and that's going to make it so hopefully we don't have as much ice, but the blowing snow could still reduce visibility. Now, if you're thinking of heading outside today, just know the weather is not going to cooperate as well as you'd like. We are still seeing that potential for more lake effect snow just off towards our west. And if the wind picks up a little bit, it could gust into our area and briefly reduce visibility even further, because why not at this point? Mother Nature's just full on winter mode. Also, I found that graphic, and now that I can do 3D ones, be ready.
It's pretty cool.
It's awesome.
I've kind of been running around a lot this morning, but I did see it in the camera this time. That was pretty cool.
I'm pretty happy with that.
I am too.
You should see what's in that computer too. I'm looking at it like, ooh, summer. We'll have a tornado in the studio.
Oh boy, here we go. I'm excited. All right, thanks, Katie. Well, 6 News wants to recognize remarkable women here in mid-Michigan who make a difference not only for their families, but also the community as a whole. To make a submission, click on the Remarkable Women section of our website, WLNS.com, and tell us all about the remarkable woman in your life. We'll choose 4 women and profile them during Women's History Month in March. You have until December 20th to nominate someone. Coming up, popular